Hi, good morning. My name is Emma Patmore.
And my name is Lubomila Jordanova.
And we are the co-founders of the Greentech Alliance, which is a global community of startups that have impact at their core. Every week, we're going to be bringing you the latest news and updates from the Greentech Alliance, and we're also going to be interviewing one of our members so you can get to know the amazing startups that make up the community. This week, we're going to be talking with Circleback, so you'll meet them very shortly. But first of all, we are going to bring you some really great news. So, Lou, do you want to start?
Of course, yeah. So for those of you that don't know the Greentech Alliance, we're now a one-year organization since last week, yay, that has hundreds of startups that are working on sustainability from all over the world. This morning, even only, I onboarded yet another member from Peru. So truly international from day one. And what we always have had at the core of our mission is the need to support these startups to grow. It's not always a given that sustainability startups are supported by its community because of lack of funding channels, also because of lack of visibility. So with all of the activities that we have, we aim to help them. Today, the first piece of news actually is a bit of an unconventional one. The Greentech Alliance has decided to release a beer. And this is actually an amazing beer that is pale ale with Mosaic, Citra, and Chinook hops, which aims to collect money to essentially support startups financially. The beer is going to be available online that you can pre-order. It's also going to be available at events once they are allowed to be happening across Berlin, and it is a truly carbon negative beer because not only they've done their CO2 calculations, but also they've gone through the process to figure out the ways to do it in the most sustainable manner. So with this news, I would like to point out to you to check out our channels, to find the links. Today we're going to be launching a bit more information about that. We're super happy to be partnering with Positive. Positive is a new brand that works on positive causes, and the launch cause that they have is the Greentech Alliance and our need to support Greentech startups financially. Back to you, Emma.
Fantastic, thank you. So some other really great news from the Alliance that was coming out last week is that one of our members, Traceless Materials, have raised a seed round to grow their company. So they were founded just 7 months ago. They're a Hamburg-based startup. And what they are doing is using agricultural byproducts to create a completely biodegradable plastic, which I think we all know the amount of plastic pollution that we have and the problems that's causing across land and, of course, in the oceans. So they've created this really fantastic material, which attracted funding from Planet A, who are one of the partners of the Greentech Alliance as well, HTGF and B Value AG. So those are the people who are contributing and investing into the startup, which is a female-founded startup, and we're really, really excited to see how that's going to grow. And just a big congratulations to them for getting through this milestone. Lou, back to you again.
Amazing, amazing. Yeah, another piece of news is that we have partnered with Octopus Ventures, one of the most prominent UK VCs that has been in the scene of sustainability, sustainable energy for a long time, and actually has even a part of their activity specifically dedicated to renewable energy solutions. And together with them and another 25 venture capital funds, who are the most prominent ones across Europe, we are launching climate office hours. These are going to be office hours dedicated to sustainable startups that essentially from all over the world. There's no limitation. You don't need to be a Greentech Alliance member. You could be as well. And the point there is that these VCs are really willing and interested to learn about your innovation. There's an application form that you need to go through. And what ends up happening after that is that we're going to be doing an assessment together with Octopus and the other VCs and select some of the most prominent startups or the ones that have done the best job with their application. and essentially set up opportunities where you as a startup founder can work together with the VCs, can chat with them, can learn about their process, and maybe end up getting funding from them. The application launched actually on Friday, last week, and it's going to be going on for a few weeks, because until then, essentially, we're going to be doing the assessments. So make sure you apply as soon as you can, and make sure you spread the word to anyone that you think you might find this relevant, who's looking for venture capital funding or advice from venture capital investors. Emma?
Fantastic. Thanks for that. Finally, the last thing before we start our interview, that is that we've got a networking event coming up on Wednesday. So that's Wednesday morning at 8:30 a.m. This one is for members only, and this is focusing on the German market. So it'll be an hour-long event, helping people to just get to know each other in the same way that we would have done pre-COVID, and we'll be doing post-COVID. So at the moment, we're just bringing this online. And anyone who is either working in the German market or, of course, is just interested to get to know the German startups in the Alliance is very welcome to join that. So the members can find the information to join that on our Slack channel. And I think now we can move on to the interview. So we're really, really excited to be talking to Circleback today. We are going to have Eva, Brett, and Kamani joining us. I think they are joining us in just a second, right, Lynn? Yeah, excellent.
Morning, Brett.
Morning.
Morning,
Hi,
Eva.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. How have you been?
Yeah, good. I mean, the weekend was amazing. Finally, summer is here. So, yeah, got a lot of energy out of that.
Amazing.
So, Kimani's here as well.
Hi, Kimani.
Hey, good morning. Can you guys hear me? I can hear and see you, but for some reason I can't turn on my camera.
Brett, we can't see you. We can hear you. We can see and hear Kimani. So maybe you can test, ask to enable camera, and like maybe this is going to help. In the meantime, while this is being sorted, let us know if you have some further issues in the chat. Kimani, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too.
I think we'd like to start by just doing a quick round of intros. So could you all just introduce yourself?
Cool. Yeah, I'll start. I'm Eva, and I'm in charge of tech and data at Circleback. So I've been a software engineer for many years and actually worked as the CTO at Plan A together with Lubomila on the carbon calculator over the last year. And then only in the beginning of the year, I met Brett, and he was working on the plastic waste project, which was super exciting to work on something that is like really tangible and has a visible impact. I live in Neukölln, so I see plastic waste all the time. So yeah, really excited to be working on the startup now.
Yeah, then maybe I continue. I'm Kimani. I'm in charge of the operations part, and I'm actually originally a psychologist, organizational psychologist, and then I've been working in business consulting for many years and a little bit of IT project management as well. Last year, I've been starting my own company to reduce overproduction in fashion. So I already got into the sustainability part, and I also started building my network in the startup scene in Hamburg and in Berlin. And so, yeah, this year I was very fortunate to meet Brett and Eva just 2 months ago, actually. So I'm the newest member of the co-founder team. And yeah, I'm very excited for this project as well, because that really has a huge impact on not only Germany, but also other countries.
Can you tell us exactly, maybe in a few sentences, what is your product? What's your vision behind it?
Yeah, actually, Brett has prepared the elevator pitch. He's our evangelist, basically. So, Brett, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself and do the pitch?
Yeah, good morning, guys. Sorry about the camera issues, the technical issues, but I think I'll just go ahead and proceed without you seeing me, unfortunately. So Circleback is designed to address some of the infrastructural problems with recycling and reuse here in Germany. So we realized that brands that produce personal care and household products are facing a strong pressure to use packaging made from recycled plastics. But unfortunately, the supply of these materials is not sufficient to meet the demand. So Circleback is a resource management company designed to address the insufficient supply of high quality recycled plastics available for use in these types of packaging. Essentially, we're creating a closed loop recycling system that incentivizes consumers to return plastic packaging to existing Pfandautomats in supermarkets across Germany. And then we collect, sort, and recycle these packagings into new high quality materials for use in new packaging for the same brands, further enabling a circular economy for plastics.
That's really amazing. Whereabouts are you on your journey at the moment?
Well, at this moment, we have been talking to many brands and many experts. So it's close to 50 that we've been talking to, and like literally all of the brands love the concept. And the reason for this is, one, because everybody's talking about sustainability and brands want to be part of this as well. And the second one is what Brad already mentioned, that there's a huge shortage of recycled plastic with the quality that these brands need. So they produce and sell products that you put in your skin. And so for that reason, the packaging that they use has to have a high quality, because that comes in touch with the product itself. And so this is hard to find. And so there's a strong demand for that kind of high quality plastic. And it's hard to get from other sources, because it's going to be, if it's recycled plastic, it's going to be contaminated by other things that you for example, put in the same waste bin. And so, brands are excited about it. And then obviously we're also talking with recyclers to actually recycle this material in the quality that the brands, which are our clients, need. And in addition, Brad already mentioned that partly, we want to make the collection of the materials as easy as possible for consumers, because consumers are going to be eventually the ones who are returning their packages. And so we're talking with supermarkets and with drugstores to find the easiest collection method. So one way would be using the existing reverse vending machines, the existing Pfand machines, Pfandautomaten. But another option would also be to install new collection points, for example, in drugstores where there are no Pfandautomaten at this moment. And in addition to that, we are very lucky to be backed by the Bäumer Group, which is a big intralogistics company, a German family-owned company that, among other things, manufactures sortation machinery, which is kind of handy for us because we need to sort the material as well. Also, we are backed by Beam, which is our company builder. So there are a lot of smart people that are very willing to help us and challenge our ideas. And then we are also in a strategic partnership with Tomra, which is the biggest manufacturer of Pfandautomaten, of reverse vending machines, which for obvious reasons also makes sense. And then, we're also part of the Greentech Alliance. You already mentioned that, which we are very, very happy to be. And at this moment, we are working towards a pilot phase in 2022, and we are very excited for it. The pilot phase is probably going to take place in Berlin, so we are very excited for Berlin people to return their shampoo and soap bottles to our collection points beginning of next year.
Yeah, certainly. I'm curious, why do you think this kind of solution hasn't existed before?
Well, it comes down to the timing of technology. Really, the recycling infrastructure that allows for packaging to be recycled into high quality new packaging is just coming online. Germany is a world leader in recycling infrastructure, but the fact is that until very recently, that infrastructure hasn't really been sophisticated enough to produce the high quality materials needed for these packaging in an efficient, financially viable way. So we're very fortunate that our partners at Tomra and Borealis have just come online with Europe's most advanced recycling facility specifically designed for consumer goods packaging. And that's why now is the time to bring Circleback onto the market, in our opinion.
Maybe a question on my side about the challenges. I think your cause is beyond noble. It also is something incredibly useful for our society. And to be honest, this weekend I had a few instances when I was thinking about like, when is this going to become available? Because my neighbors are not really good with recycling. So, it feels kind of necessary to have some solution like that. But what are the challenges? Because I think, you're addressing a structural change needed, and clearly the technological aspect is obviously also complex. What are the challenges, and also how can people or companies help you address them?
Yeah, would you like me to address that, team?
I think Eva
Yeah.
started, but
I mean, I can say one thing. So I hope you can hear me. Like, it's very loud on my street. But one thing is definitely, and that is something we want to prove with the pilot, if the consumers would participate. We have to find an incentive that actually is high enough for people to bring back their package. Because obviously, we are talking to very sustainable people. We ourselves would do it. But we need to collect a really high amount of packaging to make this viable. And we need tons and tons of material for it to get recycled. So we were hoping that people would participate.
Yeah, and also really it comes down to a cultural desire and demand, because the fact is that virgin plastic is and probably always will remain much less expensive than recycled plastic. So essentially, it comes down to a combination of consumers demanding that brands provide this type of packaging, ideally legislation to support the requirements for brands to use this, and a period of time for people to be a little bit patient and allow this to get up to scale. You have to realize that virgin plastic is made from fossil fuels, and that industry has been growing, scaling, and optimizing for probably 50, 100 years. So ultimately, it's an issue of consumers demanding it and being patient while this industry gets up to scale where we can compete financially with virgin plastic.
Yeah. What is it that you're working on at the moment that's particularly exciting?
Yeah, so actually only last week, the Bundestag has passed an amendment to the Packaging Act. So takeaway food will have to be delivered in reusable packaging from 2023. And this is actually something that we're also working on and have in the pipeline. Actually, our journey began with focusing on reusable packaging, but by talking to brands, we found out that especially cosmetic brands are not really there yet with the infrastructure and to really change their distribution. But it's exciting to see that it's going that way. And also, in addition, the law extends the mandatory fund to all single-use plastic beverage bottles and cans. So from 2025, also at least 25% of the material has to be recycled. So it's really cool to see that Germany is taking steps towards a circular economy, and we 100% agree that the fund system is a very efficient way to improve recycling, and we hope that we can be a part of the solution.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it sounds like you're really on the way there. So I think that's yeah, I'm very excited to see the machines popping up around where we live. And one last question I would have is just how people can find you or how they can get involved, follow your journey and see what's going on.
Yeah, so you can find our website at circleback.works, and also we're on Instagram, circleback.works. And actually, we are asking everyone that we can to take our survey. You can find it on the website, and I will also post it on Instagram again, because we're asking consumers, like the people that buy the shampoo bottles, buy your soap bottles, what is your behavior and what are you willing to maybe to pay extra? What is the perfect fund amount that will drive you back to the store and return it? So yeah, we could use any help to share the survey or take part in the survey. That would be awesome.
Okay, how long does the survey take?
Just about 5 minutes, I'd say.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Lou, do you have any more questions?
I think what you're doing is amazing. Looking forward to seeing what the next steps are. And yeah, super excited for this innovation to come on the market.
Yeah, really great work.
As we are.
Second that.
As we are.
Yeah, thank you both very much for your time, and thank you for all the support from the Greentech Alliance. We've only been a member for a number of weeks, and we've already experienced a flood of support and information. So I really think what you're doing with the Greentech Alliance is wonderful, and we feel very welcomed and excited to be a part of it, even though we are early on in our journey. Everybody's been very, very generous to us, and we really appreciate that.
That's great. We're really happy to hear that. Great, then thanks very much, everybody. Have a great Monday and a great week. I hope you get to enjoy the sun if you're in Berlin or another sunny spot. And we will be back here next week with some more news and also another interview. And as Lou mentioned at the top, we will be also sharing a lot more news about our new cooperation with Positive Beer. So you can look forward to that this week.
Have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.